Well, Shark Month continues, and it's time to hit up my Meg A Shark 8 movie collection. Yeah, it's not Mega Shark, it's Meg A Shark, because they got the dash between the Meg and the A. Which maybe it's meant to be a reference to the movie Meg, that shark movie I surprisingly don't own a copy of yet, because I haven't found it on sale for cheap. Because I'm a cheapskate, and I don't like spending a lot of money on movies unless I know I'm going to want to watch them almost immediately, which usually isn't the case. Like, I remember picking up Star Wars The Force Awakens, and I sat on it for, almost half a year, which is why I usually don't buy things brand new. I'm just like, I'm probably not going to get around to it for a while. I can wait till, it's on sale for cheap. That's usually my perspective if I'm not going to watch it anytime soon. Of course, that does mean I sometimes miss out on movies, I suppose, but maybe someday I'll find a copy of it in, Dollar Tree on sale for cheap because it's some overstock that's been sitting somewhere for, forever. I mean, that's where I'm pretty sure I found this, because when I first had this thing wrapped up and opened it, it had a blue, sticker on the back, for a new code for probably Dollar Tree to scan it, because they usually do that with their movies, if they got them through overstock. We'll just slap a sticker on top of the wrap, and that'll tell us, this is now $1. Boom. So I suppose now we can talk about Toxic Shark, right? Now we've spent time talking about, the title and all that jazz right there. Well, the title for the collection. If I had to pick, things that annoy me with Toxic Shark, it's the fact the shark growls. Sharks don't have vocal cords, so they really can't be making the kind of noises the shark makes. And then there's the fact the shark attacks in, really shallow water. There's times we see this shark attack, from water that's probably 3 feet or less in terms of its depth, which makes no real sense. I mean, this is a big shark. I mean, if it went to water that shallow on a regular basis to go for food, it almost guaranteed beach itself. And this movie would be really short. In fact, I'd say within the first 10 minutes of this movie, we see a scene where the shark definitely should have beached itself, because we see it come jumping over some rocks to get a guy, and he's in water that's at maybe 2 feet deep at most. I honestly think it might be about 1.5 feet, because I know he's trying to hunch over a bit to make the water seem deeper than it is. Because you can tell at one point, because he's crawling through the water on his hands and knees. I gotta make this water look, much deeper. And that's just making it look shallower when you stop to think about it. So the shark jumps up 10 feet in the air, comes down on top of this guy, it's in shallow water, and should just smack itself, right into the ground. And I assume it would knock itself out, because I can't imagine a shark could jump up, that high, and not just slam into the ground and knock itself out. I know sharks, have bodies that are mostly cartilage, so, it's a bit more flexible and durable, but you can't tell me that wouldn't cause a big impact, that would affect the brain as, shook things up. Humans can hurt themselves, playing football and give themselves concussions. I can't imagine a shark could smash itself headfirst in the rocks, from a fall that high, and not give itself, some sort of brain damage. This movie should have been really short. And considering the depth of that water, that shark potentially should have beached itself and just been stuck on the beach. Right there, the entire rest of the movie, just having to spray its toxins at people until, it's suffocated to death. I mean, considering its toxins and bite can cause people to turn to zombies, they could still use the toxic shark to have a movie, even if it takes itself out within, the first 10 minutes. But yeah, the toxic shark, its toxins, infect you and cause people to go crazy and turn to zombies that have no self-preservation, because we see them later on in the movie running into the water, they're trying to chase down people that haven't been infected, and they just let the shark eat them. You can rip off their limbs, they don't even try and get back to dry land or anything, they just let the shark devour them whole. I honestly don't know if the infection kills them, but it seems to completely scramble their brains, and they're obsessed with trying to eat people, so yeah, we have a shark movie that also has a zombie element in it for some weird reason. Though I'm guessing that element's there so they can have, the fake out at the end of the movie. You're oh yeah, our heroes won. They took out the toxic shark and it's all over. And oh no, one of the people is infected with the zombie disease. And now we're going to have a zombie apocalypse happen. We just aren't going to have a follow-up of, that movie. We're going to have something like Toxic Shark 2, where it's all about, zombies running around eating people. And they're like, the only link is that, oh, this toxic shark started this off. So yeah, pretty usual ending for a horror movie, I suppose. And I'm not the biggest fan of those kinds of endings anyway. Not only is it really cliche and expected nowadays for them to do a fake out like that, it's just the fact that, I'd prefer there to be like a happy ending for the few people that actually do manage to survive the creature, in the film. And it's not really clear why the person that was infected because we never see her get, hit by the toxins as far as I'm aware, or bitten by the shark. So, what exactly is the connection? Like, did she get... she didn't get bitten by one of the infected guys either, so it's just like, it makes no sense at all. It's just like, whatever, I guess they just had to have their fake out. All in all, I'd say this is probably, enjoyable enough if you like sci-fi movies. Otherwise, I'd probably just say give it a pass, because it's probably not worth it. Until next time, then. See ya.
Hola, mamacita.